What is up, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to Optimal Self Live. As always, thank you for being here. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming along on this little journey that we're on. And truly, the journey is to be the best version of you, to take each and every one of us from where we are to where we want to be, to being able to sit and have a conversation, to build a community, to build an environment where each and every one of us sits down, analyzes, looks at ourselves, and says, I know that me of today is not good enough for tomorrow. So I've got to put some principles around that. The principles of optimal self: hydrate, breathe, move, read, write, and intentionality. Think about if those principles are what you did and what you lived by every single day. Is that a way for me to become the best version of me? We must hydrate. Why? Because our body, our brain is 90% water, and the brain is the control center. We must breathe every day. But guess what? Our breathing is not nearly what it should be. If you really, truly research breath and you look at diaphragmatic breathing, breathing all the way from the belly, right? How children, little infants actually breathe, that we stop doing, that we actually create a lot of our own stress through shallow breathing. Movement, right? Do you move every day? Again, shoe should be up. How many of you have little children? How about little young boys in that like 3 to 6 range? How active are they? You're chasing them down, man. They can't stop going, because that's the energy. We have to create that. We stop ourselves and we create those beliefs as we go. Reading, actually reading every single day, filling my mind, consuming, right? Filling my brain with things that are going to actually move me into a better state, a better well-being, and understanding, right? And then writing, being able to truly sit down. You hear it all the time. It's coming on. Like if you're on the internet whatsoever, you're going to understand that people are talking about, you cannot find a podcast that is thought-provoking where the person on there that has some kind of success doesn't talk about the word they use is journaling in principle, our principles of optimal self. We call it writing. It's the same thing, but is because the art of it and what it does for you literally reduces stress, literally keeps your mind sharp, adds to your well-being, adds to you being the best version of you. If you want to get pieces of the principles, if you want them all, man, just jump over to optimalself.today, right? We are right now, we are giving them to you, right? Thousands upon thousands of dollars of gifts for you joining optimalself.today, and it's free. And the reason is because we want you to have it, right? And this is a long intro to bring you to what I'm talking about today. And what I'm talking about is wealth. But what is true wealth? And right, because again, you look at the dictionary says an abundance of valuable possessions or money. And I completely 100% disagree with that, because we understand that when we talk about wealth, what about self-wealth? What about you, right? What does that look like? What does that wealth look like for you? What do you really want? Because we have these two words that float around our society, and it's rich and wealth. And we think they're the same thing, but they are vehemently different. They are so different in the sense of this. There are a lot of people driving around in $100,000, $200,000 cars that you look at them and you go, wow, they're rich. They might be doing very well for some. for themselves, maybe, especially if they have that car, if they had to get some money to get that car, right? If they got a loan, they borrowed that money, they had to be doing something right because they had to qualify for it. Okay, cool. But what is true wealth? You see, because most people, when they talk about wealth, what they're saying is they want what? They want freedom. They want flexibility. They want the ability. But again, if that's the case, then you'll understand that true wealth or even self wealth takes discipline and self control. That's how you get wealthy. That's how you get yourself internally wealthy. Because see, rich is like being like exercise. Exercise is the rich, right? Because you went and you had this great workout and I did it. And then guess what? I go and reward myself with this meal, or it's okay now that I eat the cake and donuts or whatever it is because I had a good workout. But it's defeating the purpose to build your wealth, to really truly give you what you want. That's the difference. Because when you start to have the discipline that it takes, because there's a book called Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel, and I highly recommend it. And he's talking about these things in regards to financial, right? But what I want you to look at is the individual. I want you to look at the self wealth. And in there, he says it requires self-control, but it creates a gap between what you could do and what you choose to do. Ha, there it is. True self-wealth is the gap between what you could do and what you actually choose to do. So now it comes back to choice. Now it comes back to you actually being in control of your wealth because it's a choice. It's not about, it's because again, there's many things that you could do, but the gap between you and true wealth is what you could do and what you should do. We talked about this in previous ones. So if you go back, and I talked about the fact that we all understand the difference. We all know right and wrong, right? We know right and wrong, but we choose it, right? We know that you creating, eating, cooking your own meal without the sugars, without the preservatives, without all the things that it comes is actually going to be better for you than driving through. That's not hard. But yet we make the easy choice all the time of what we could do and what we should do. There's your gap. What I should do is go home and make my food and prepare. What I should do is get up and hydrate and be right. That's what I should do. But you see, the gap is so large and it gets wider because what I could do is just get up and drink a Red Bull on my way and then drive through and get Starbucks and get a wrap because that's going to be better, right? That's the could do's all day long. It's easy. Drive through, get it. Because that's the thing. We have the choice. What choice are you making? So I want you to ask yourself, is freedom, flexibility, a great life, health, right? Being able to move, being able to be the best version of you, especially if you're a parent, so that you can inspire your kids to do the same, so that they can grow and they can be the best version of them. Who are you inspiring every day? Guess what? Someone's watching. Someone is watching. What are you choosing to do? Are you the could do, or are you doing what you absolutely should do? Because when you start making that choice, watch how quickly your life changes for the better. Watch how great your life can get just by making and just by shortening that gap and choosing the should do's over the could do's more often. Come on, let's build true wealth, because true wealth is not material things. It's not possessions. True wealth is the things you don't see. Building the best version of you is doing it when no one is looking. Who are you when no one is looking? What do you do then? Because that's who we truly are. That's the truth. You can take the mask off. The mask goes away, and let the best version of you shine. Let the best version of you come out, because you continuously choose to do what you should do and not just the easy what you could do. Get out there and build your wealth. Build your self-wealth. Build your optimal self. All right. That's what I got for you. I hope you heard it. I hope you understand it. If you just take anything from today, just that one line, ask yourself, is this what I could do, or is it what I should do? And the more times you pick the should do, the better your life gets. Get out there and make those choices. Get out there and be the best version of you. I'll see you.